Hello folks, Killface of Balor here. Today we are going to be learning the hair training ability on Paragraphs. So I'll show you where we are. Right there. We're in the castle, right? Kind of next to the Farcrag castle laystone that is labeled as such. But we're up the stairs, sort of by the charm vendor and in the cluster with the pet vendor, the pet shop, and the pet ability trainer. We are going to talk to the pet ability trainer, talk to the animals. I will speak to Cedric. So this is the first one that I've learned, the first pet ability. So you'll only have to do this part once. Alright, so I ask how to tame pets. He basically says, just do it. His explanation is really pretty lame, but he gives me an okay. These are all of the available pet types, right? So Draconic Attunement, for instance, would be a particular dragon, but we want rabbit training. There we go. Okay, so first, I just learned a skill called Natural Divination. We want that skill, right? I have a rabbit equipped, but as you can see, I only get 2 points of energy and 11 points of health. I need rabbit training ability in order to deal with that. Alright, so now we go out into Les Reach. I believe there is one out here, so we'll go here. I have to cast this Natural Divination skill on several different rabbits, and they'll be marked by the little crosshairs on my mini-map, as you can see. So here is the golden one, and I think a black, a brown, and a white are the other ones that I'll need, but if I go to my map, you can see that there are more, right? With one being next to High Shore Village, one being kind of behind the catacombs, well, two, I suppose, being behind the catacombs. So we'll go to High Shore Village first. We use the map to go to the correct one. Also, I am contemplating going through a an RP build, just playing through. Oh, by the way, this can be a good way to use something good to use as a training dummy, because as you can see, even though I hit it, I do so little damage. I can train on this indefinitely. I don't know how likely it is to raise my ability scores, but we'll do a video on that at some point. Anyway, you need to cast this skill, Natural Divination. Boom. Okay, that's done. And then I'm gonna head here. Notice I'm jumping from laystone to laystone, so again, make sure you aren't overburdened before you start this process. And of course, if you have a mount, it will be all the better. But here it is in real time, and as you can see, it's not so bad. I do like to keep an eye for what enemies are up in case we find another unusual mob like the Bat Mask mob we found the last time. No. Guardian Mask? I don't remember. But either way, you'll notice that I'm giving most enemies a relatively wide berth, and that although that one hit me, I just keep running, and it doesn't follow. I get out of its zone relatively quickly. We aim for this tree. That Dryad, by the way, will be useful for another quest, so we'll do that maybe before too long. And that should be the final one. Now you can go to your map and look for targets if you want to double check, or the other way to double check is to go to your quests, right? And then you're going to have that same, there you go, rabbit training ability. We'll have a check mark by it. Now I need to go back and speak with the same druid. Now, I choose a rabbit on almost every character at the start, just because it's what I know, and I think it makes things a little bit easier, because I get in-combat energy regeneration without spending the hundreds of thousands of gold that it normally costs for a decent piece. Okay. So, there's that. So, I learned the ability. That's great. Now we go to the pet shop here. And we want hares, and we want buy hare food. Now I have the tiny hare food, But this isn't going to last that long, and these last an hour each, so we will buy 3. Right, and then what we're going to do, first, we will equip the ability. So we will go down here, put the hair ability on top of that natural divination ability. And then, now you'll notice as I click it, it doesn't cast, and the reason is because it was only up because of a glitch. Right, if I use the food here, or go into my skills, my items, and use the food here, or if I were to have it equipped, say there, and use it here. Any of those will do this, where my rabbit suddenly becomes fed, and for the next hour I can cast this on myself. That's 22 healing, and you'll see my rabbit taming ability went up by 1. It won't go up by 1 every time you cast it, but you will have the opportunity for it to go up by 1, and sometimes it will. So, oh, good heavens, that's not at all what I was trying to do. Blast. Okay. Hey, not cool. So, I don't actually know which skill I just dumped. For those of you who are laughing at me right now, cool. It was Shield Mash. You'll notice that throwing my armor skill immediately increased my melee combat. Again, that's not going to happen every time you throw a skill, but there will be the opportunity for that, and that's why I keep, what is it called? The red crosses, this. There we go, Recuperate. That's why we keep Recuperate running, because it will also passively train your critical skills ability. But anyway, there you go. There is a walkthrough of how to get the ability and how to use it, and you'll notice that my stats, right, 93 energy, I was actually at 70 before I fed the hare. So anyway, I hope that's helpful, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Thank you, goodbye.